Wilder. How he's kept going, it's incredible. Oh, what a punch!
That one landed as clean as it has done so far. Wilder showing tremendous heart, staying on his feet.
Fury trying to push him away to give space to land more big shots of his own to try and finish Wilder. How on earth is Deontay Wilder staying upright?
There was a super left hook that went to the body there, and Fury's just hurt him again with an uppercut. It could be all over now.
It will be now. That surely is going to be the end of the fight. Fury's already celebrating, and the fight is all over. It's all over, and Wilder is beaten, and Fury in the 11th round gets the stoppage he craves. Sensational fight, brilliant ending. Fury has dismantled Deontay Wilder and turned the fight around. In massive trouble in the 4th round when he was put down twice, having Wilder down in the 3rd. At that point, it looked as though Wilder could find his redemption moment, but it wasn't to be. He showed extraordinary bravery to keep going and keep going. His partner's in tears. He knows now that Tyson Fury quite definitely is the superior man, and in the 11th round Fury finds the spectacular win that he craved.
That was Wilder on his best day in there. He landed some big shots. He started fresh, he started fast, jabs to the body. He was doing everything he wanted to do. He was just bested in there. Tyson Fury took his best and Wilder couldn't take his, and there's a clear, concise victor here in an absolutely scintillating performance from both fighters, putting everything on the line, and Tyson Fury has shown conclusively that he's the man.
I'll tell you what, Richie. People have criticised Wilder for his lack of boxing ability in the past, but my God, this guy has got a heart. He really has.
Incredible. I take my hat off to Deontay Wilder for the fact that he stayed in the contest as long as he did, because there it was a dominant display from Tyson Fury again, but it just showed you how dangerous Deontay Wilder is with that one single shot. But for me, another terrific performance from Fury. He's done what he said he was going to do, knock his opponent out, but such an exciting fight, because at one point you thought he was going to go the other way. But fair play, a great contest, and Tyson Fury, a great winner.
Fury with his brother alongside him, and his great friend Tim as well, offering his congratulations. He's in tears. He knows that he's probably had to dig deeper. Well, definitely he's had to dig deeper tonight than he ever has done before as a fighter.
Yeah, for sure. He's never been in that type of situation where he's been completely out like that, other than his last fight. But he got up to win the rounds in the second fight with Wilder. This time out, it's a completely different fight. He was fighting a Wilder who had 2 arms, 2 legs, and was fit and was ready and was motivated, was in perfect condition. So it was a lot tougher for him, but he raised his game and did exactly what he needed to do. The boxing skills truly paid the bills tonight, and the jab was amazing. He was able to soak up great punishment from Wilder and just grind him down.
And if you've spent your money tonight, you couldn't get over here and watch it live. You'll have been watching it with us on television. That was just wildly exciting, extraordinary.
Yeah, incredible, it really was. And I thought the performance from Fury, he's a masterclass performance in that he boxes well at range. He dismantled him on the inside. I thought his inside work tonight, Tyson Fury, was tremendous. Little shots on the inside, little hooks, little uppercuts. Excellent work in short range. Bullied Deontay Wilder again, and Deontay Wilder couldn't do anything about it. And I'll stand with what I said before. I thought coming in at 17 stone was the wrong thing to do for me. I think he tired. He was always in the fight, but as Tyson Fury went on round by round, he just tightened the screw here and there every time, and he worked him out. It was a good opening round for Wilder with the jabs to the body, but Tyson Fury soon realised that he had to put him on the back foot, and that's what he did.
I don't think there were too many commiserations in that corner there. I think he was going over there and emphatically saying, I told you, and I've done it.
Yeah, it didn't look too pleasant. Well, I'm not sure. I'd like to be in there to know exactly what was said, but it sounds like Tyson was given a piece of his mind in there. He proved he's a superior athlete, the superior fighter, the superior boxer, and just like he did last time. But I find this performance more impressive as I'm positive that Wilder was on good form tonight. He knew what he had to do. There was no chance of being surprised by the antics of Fury, and he just wasn't able to raise his game to that level.
Fury was delivering a few well-chosen observations to Wilder's manager, Shelley Finkel, as much as to say, you know, you've done everything to try and discredit me, and now I've proven that I am the better man.
Yes, indeed. And we're just looking at some more replays here of the final punches that finished off Deontay Wilder. It took a while to land those shots there, because he was always dangerous, Deontay Wilder. He was always in it. Yeah, but piece by piece, he's been broken down and eventually taken out by a man who's beat him in every department again for me. On the inside, he was a better boxer. On the outside at range, okay, that's what made it exciting, because Wilder still landed that right hand here and there. But overall, Tyson Fury was better all round again.
Lennox Lewis commentating for American television, and you can see as he sits there alongside Andre Ward, you can see exactly what Lennox made of it. And that, as he emphasised earlier on, is what it's all about, fighting as a big man. And Tyson Fury emphatically did that tonight.
Yeah, Lennox would have been very impressed with what Fury did tonight. You know, utilising that jab, keeping the sharp feet. One of Lennox's biggest tools was his footwork in and out of range. For a big man, he could really move that weight around. And watching Fury in there tonight, there wasn't a stage where he looked flat-footed. He was always had that bounce in his feet from the first round all the way to the end. And when he needed to turn it on and put clusters of punches together, that's exactly what he did.
Well, I've witnessed 3 fights now, all of them incredible, and here is the official result.
He is the winner by way of knockout, and he is still the undefeated WBC and lineal heavyweight champion of the world, the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury.
Meanwhile, a sad and beaten Deontay Wilder has left the ring and is making his way back to the dressing room. Looked very unsteady as he made his way down the steps at the side of the ring. He proved what a strong, tough man he is. But Tyson Fury proved that he is the better fighter, and he proved that he is quite definitely the heavyweight division's #1.
No question there, John. Champion of the world, Deontay Wilder, take the hat off. What a warrior that man is. Time and again in this contest, when we thought he was out of it, then he comes back. And yeah, an incredible encounter that was.
That 4th round, David, 4th round, when Fury was down twice, at that point it looked as though the whole thing could be unravelling, but no.
No, it was down to heart. I said it at the time, this fight is going to be down to who wants it the most, who's fitter, and you know, who wants it. Here he is. Let's see what I say.
Any moment. Well, like the great John Wayne said, I'm made of pig iron and steel, baby.
Walk me through what got you up twice after you had put him down.
First of all, I'd just like to say thank you to my Lord and Saviour, Jesus Christ. In the mighty name of Jesus, I won this fight tonight again. I give him the glory, he gives me the victory. It made me legs strong. I was down a couple of times. I was hurt. Wilder's a strong puncher, and he's a tough man. I was hitting him with some big shots, and my Lord and Saviour rose me to my feet tonight to give him the glory.
Is there a level of respect now after sharing the ring for a total of 33 rounds?
You know, it was a great fight tonight. It was worthy of any trilogy in the history of the sport. You know, I'm not going to make any excuses. Wilder's a top fighter. He gave me a real run for my money tonight. And I always said, I'm the best in the world and he's the second best. You know, he's got no love for me, Deontay Wilder, because you know why? Because I beat him 3 times. And it's like, I'm a sportsman. I went over to him to show some love and respect, and he didn't want to give it back. So that's his problem. I'll pray for him, so God will soften his heart. But you know what? I want to thank everybody in this building tonight who came out to show love for my sport, boxing. Thank you to every man, woman and child in the building tonight. Great fight. October 9th, 2021 will go down in history as a great fight, I hope, anyway.
It sure will, and that begs the question, what is next for the Gypsy King? You are the WBC champ.
I'm the WBC champ, Ring Magazine champion, and lineal champion. You know what, I've got to say thank you to my trainer, Sugar Hill, because if it wasn't for Sugar and America's own, Detroit's own, I wouldn't have got through that fight tonight. He told me, he said, get your jab working, big dog, and shoot that right hand down the middle. He said, only the big dogs pull it out late on in fights. And I said, yes, I got you. And I went out and pulled it out of the bag. So big shout out to me dad, me mum, me kids all watching. I know you've got your hearts in your mouth tonight, but don't ever doubt me. When the chips are down, I can always deliver. Thank you to Bob Arum. Thank you to Frank Warren. Thank you to Top Rank Boxing, Las Vegas, T-Mobile, MGM, and everybody who came to show support. And thank you to my wife. Thank you, Paris. I love you so much. And yeah, thank you very much again. I don't want to keep going on and on and on, but you know, it was a great honor tonight to be here. And I got one thing to say. Put on my blue suede shoes, baby, boarded the plane. A touchdown in the land of the Delta Blues, in the middle of the pouring rain. WC handy, when you look down over me. Hey, I got a first class ticket, and I'm as fly as a guy can be. I was walking in Vegas, I was walking with my feet on the field. I was walking in Vegas, and do I really feel the way I feel? Thank you very much. Vegas, I love you, baby. Lancaster, la la la. Lancashire, la la la.
Well, we've had it all. Songs aplenty, and Steve Bunce is making his way into the ring. And in a moment, we'll get a little bit more from Tyson Fury, who I think, to say the least, is a very, very happy man. Unhappy that he didn't get congratulations from Deontay Wilder. He's been intercepted for another interview. He was outstanding though tonight, and the story of the fight, well, in the third round he had Wilder down, Fury down twice again in the fourth, but then back came Fury, had him down in the 10th round, and then in the 11th round finally finished it off. To turn it around, it's managed to keep it going. He almost had Wilder out again and again and again. Extraordinary bravery from Wilder to keep going, to stay in there and somehow try to turn it around. Final rally at the end of the 10th round was the most amazing thing from Wilder. Just for a few seconds, he just threatened to turn it around for one final time.